All right. Should we gamble?
Yes, we shall.
All right. So we have a full slate of NBA games for the weekend. I have Friday and Saturday numbers for everyone. So I'm going to buzz through the lines very quickly, and then I'll give you guys some picks. I also have some prop bets. So let's get right down to business. On Friday, here's the slate. Raptors, Nets. Raptors, 11-point favorites. Nuggets, Jazz. Nuggets, 1-point favorites. Celtics, 76ers. Celtics, 6-point favorites. Clippers, Mavericks. Clippers, 5-point favorites. And then on Saturday, Bucks, Magic. Bucks are 12-point favorites. Pacers, Heat. Heat are 5-point favorites. Rockets, Thunder. Rockets are 3-point favorites. Lakers, Blazers. The Lakers are 7.5-point favorites. So first thing first, I have a quick 3-team, 3-point teaser for you. I have the Raptors, the Bucks, and the Rockets on a 3-team, 3-point teaser. So that would give you the Raptors at -8. That would give you the Bucks at -9 and the Rockets at even money or even. So they would just have to win. So that is my teaser for you. I also like the Celtics -6. I like the Nuggets -1 to bounce back against that Jazz loss, even though Conley is back in the bubble. I think that was reported yesterday. I also like the Heat -5. I am really torn on the Lakers-Blazers game. We'll have to hear more about how that finger is doing for Damian Lillard.
Just pop it
So
back.
maybe wait on that. But that one is interesting. 7.5 points is kind of a lot if Damian Lillard is back. Any thoughts on those games, Seth, before I get to the props?
I'm going to be watching a lot of basketball this weekend, I think, because the first round of the NHL playoffs could be decided tonight. So I got a couple of games I'll throw at you from the hockey perspective too.
Hit me.
Philly at Montreal. The at is irrelevant. Game 6 of that series, Philly leads 3-2. They lost their most recent matchup in that series. I think Philly closes it out. St. Louis and Vancouver. Vancouver leads that series 3-2. I think St. Louis gets it to a game 7. So I'm going Philadelphia and St. Louis here tonight. And then that would mean that on Sunday, Vancouver and St. Louis would play in game 7.
Both of those teams just favored by half a goal for the guys and gals keeping track at home. So, yeah, I mean, you could potentially parlay those together. The money lines are only -130, -135. So that could be pretty decent as well if you didn't want to bet those separately. Yeah, I don't know. If you're betting on the spread, you're getting plus money on the Flyers and on the Blues. I like it. Let's go with it. Let's add that to the bag of bets that we have going this weekend. A couple of prop bets I want for, again, I've watched half a game of hockey, so I'm taking your word for it. I've watched all the NBA games. Keep eating up the NBA. You're my hockey guy, so we'll run with it. A couple prop bets that I wanted to direct people's attention to for the weekend. So for Friday's slate of games, you can bet on the largest lead in a game. The over-under is at 18.5 points. I'm going under. I feel like a lot of these series have been pretty close, but we're at the point now, midway through these series in the East and West. These teams have figured each other out to the point where there shouldn't be any blowouts. I don't think there will be any. I think that most of these games are going to be decided by 8 points or less for here on out. For obviously there are exceptions, but for most of these games, I think they're mostly decided by 8 points or less. And so I'm taking the under on that for today's slate. Also, against the Nets, Pascal Siakam has an over-under of 21.5 points. Kyle Lowry, 20.5. And Fred VanVleet has an over-under of 19.5 points. I'm going over on all of those. The guards have played exceptionally well against the Nets for the Raptors. And Pascal Siakam, he's had good games against the Nets in both of these outings. He hasn't had those really great games that you saw him have in a couple of the series last year in the playoffs. So I'm going to take all of those. I think I will hit 2 of 3 is what I'm assuming. The guards have played really well, so there's potential for going 3 for 3, but that is highly unlikely. So I think one of the guards will let me down. I think Siakam's going to have a big day today, and one of those guards is going to hit for me. So those are my prop bets.
I've got one for you. I found a nice little parlay. I put one together on 50-point triple doubles during the playoffs.
Oh my goodness!
I took James Harden, LeBron, Giannis, Luka as my 4, and I had plus 2,600 as odds. So I threw $10 on it.
There we go. I love it. I love it.
Oh man,
just come into the madness with me.
Of course. I am already halfway there anyway. So
there we go. No stopping him now.
Well, I think that's going to do it for Hit Me Again for this week, our first video-ish version of this. So
dope.
Thanks for staring at our ugly mugs. Colton, thanks for joining me. Enjoy the basketball this weekend, and we will catch up with you next week.
Never apologize for home runs.